A huge welcome to everybody. This is our game of the week. Tremendous buzz in the stadium. You can feel the energy building. Fan base is looking forward to this one, and we're right there with them. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Tulane Green Wave. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Wow, what a rough way to start this football game for these guys. Already kind of in a hole inside their own 20. In their first play, they give up a sack, and now they're going in the wrong direction, getting a little closer to their own goal line.
Using his legs on the scramble. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Back to pass. It's Harris. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Michigan. Just ran away from the defense. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense showing a bunch formation now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And they'll start off with a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. So second down after the incompletion. And they'll use the ground game here. He shreds the tackle. He'll go down, but that stiff arm earned him first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw it on first down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking for a gap. It's Fung fighting off the defender. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quick throw to his receiver. And that one's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And there's the handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And now the handoff. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Handoff to the single back. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the wideout goes in motion. Here's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's an out route, the catch made.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
The field goal is good, and they add to their lead. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
The Tulane offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back in the last possession and then in a pick. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. First down here for this offense. Gives it to the back. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field route, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40. Well, the big fella's, Kirk, flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the creasing.
And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Tackled after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. Michigan 10, Tulane 0.
A new set of downs after that completion. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking for a gap. It's Fung.
21-yard line. Brings up.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Looks right for a quick completion. Touchdown, Green Wave. This quarterback on fire today. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Wolverines. He just sprints into the end zone. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Michigan 17.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Back's got it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. And he'll fling this one deep down the middle. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense. First and goal from the 10.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Play action here on first down. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second and goal for the offense. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, a great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they'll get him down that time.
Gain of 1.
And out comes the field goal unit.
Number 17 on the field goal.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. And it's good right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They've got the lead, but had to settle for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Makes a quick grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
The pass rush closing in. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Back to throw. It's Harris. Receiver makes the catch. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48. And the Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. And here comes a deep shot. The ball is picked off. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
The Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And he slings this pass over the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, it's got to be so rewarding for an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. That's exactly what we saw right here. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open wide receiver.
And a timeout is called, important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The field goal is good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. This will likely be the last play of the half. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And he just steps out of bounds. A takeaway to wrap up this 1st half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this team to begin the second half. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Tight end goes in motion. And the single back takes the handoff. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. He's found some room at the 45. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
That's an athletic play by the defensive back, playing tight coverage, seeing the ball, and not giving the receiver a chance to get their hands on it.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They look to throw it here on second down. Running with purpose. He's moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Tulane. They'll take the lead in the second half.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
The PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Just trucks the man. Look at that. He's still going. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He would not be denied.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Fung. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1 throwing play. Third down coming up.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the right side. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now.
Now, 4th down.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Handoff heading left. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score.
Well, you can just feel the home crowd standing on their feet when this running back had a chance to start to accelerate downfield. They know exactly what this guy is capable of doing and that he can flat out go. He took off on that one.
4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door for the 1st and goal.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, green wave. This offense really clicking. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them up 3. The kickoff team on the field now is they set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Same tailback, another carry. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
Tackle on the play at the 29-yard line. That's a 1st down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Tulane 27, Michigan 24.
The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll hand it off. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
They've converted both third down attempts on the drive so far, but now it's 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Harris. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
They'll run it here. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. So off the solid gain on the ground, they go back to the passing game, but give up the sack that time.
Boy, what a big difference, Chris, between the run blocking we saw in the previous play where they got big yards, and here in pass pro, they just get overwhelmed by this defense. Great job of applying the pressure to bring that quarterback down for the sack.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the wide out. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, that was 4th and a mile. I'm surprised they even went for this. What in the world are they thinking? But give them all the credit in the world. They pick it up and keep the drive alive.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Hey, Chris, that's one of those runs you're going to see on the highlight shows throughout the night. He didn't gain a ton of yards, but how many missed tackles do you add up there? This guy was determined to get that ball to the end zone.
Touchdown, Wolverines, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
PAT up and good, so the lead is 4 here in the final quarter.
That makes the score Michigan.
So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down. Looking to throw the football. Lets it go. He's got his man wide open. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Keeping it on the ground here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
After the 2nd down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it. That is enough for a 1st down. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. Well, a really entertaining game. Kirk came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris.